What's up, my unapologetic squad? How y'all guys doing this evening, this late evening? I never posted this time, but I came across this story called Father's Day by Kirk Franklin. And I know usually when we talk about Kirk Franklin, it's usually drama between him and his son. But I stumbled across this story called Father's Day, and I felt touched or even moved, I should say, to want to do content on this story. Now, as I look for content to post for you guys, it can take me down a rabbit hole of information. And that's what happened here. I went down a rabbit hole of things about Kirk Franklin. This story here is different. It touched my heart, guys. It touched my heartstrings. It pulled on my emotions. In some way I relate to his story. Not in its totality, not exactly, but in some small ways I can relate to his story. But I know so many people who fall into these same shoes that Kirk Franklin found himself in. So if you haven't already seen this 35-minute clip on YouTube posted on Kirk Franklin's page, it is his story about him growing up as a child. I never knew that he was a foster child. I never knew that he grew up in foster care. You know, when we hear about Kirk Franklin, we hear about this small yet energetic, spunky, on fire for God, yet, you know, he's a little bit like, I wouldn't say zest, but fiery. He's a fiery sign. You know, he can come off and give you that fireness in him, you know what I'm saying, where people start to question his Christianity. But I never knew this side of him. And so watching this clip of him was different. In this story, I have to let you guys know this is about to be a spoiler alert. Okay, it's a spoiler alert. But in this story, he reveals his true father. He reveals a paternity test that revealed who his biological father was. This is a man who dated his mother at the age of 14 and ended up getting her pregnant. But she, according to her words, thought she was pregnant by another guy. She didn't think that she was pregnant by this man. And it took a funeral to start to raise eyebrows on this man and who he was to Kirk Franklin, because he made a comment to a family member stating that he once dated his mother. Now, this guy that was said to be his father, or I should say is his father, he had no clue that Kirk Franklin is his son. All these years, they've literally lived down the street from each other. They've been they're from the same neighborhood, know some of the same people, families connect, stuff like that, but had no idea that they were any type of relation to each other. And so when he brought that up to a family member at the funeral that he dated Kirk Franklin's mother, they started to kind of like size him up, like, wait a minute, he does kind of look like Kirk. He does, have his ears, have this, his eyes. He's short like Kirk Franklin. There's a strong possibility that this man might be his father. And so, through rumors and conversations and things like that, this man decides, hey, I want to put these rumors to rest. So I'm willing to give Kirk a swab of my DNA so that he can at least know if I'm his father or not. And he believed in his heart that he was not his father. So he does a swab. Kirk Franklin does a swab. They send the test out to a lab, and the results come back 99.95 that this man is his father. I mean, y'all, when I say the tears was flowing down my eyes, I could not stop crying. Like, to see the hurt on Kirk Franklin. Think about it. Think of all the men and women out there who are still desiring to know who they are, that piece of them who, those unanswered questions of who they are because they do not know who their biological mother or father is. And yet, he held the answers in his hand. It was touching. It was heartbreaking to see him hurt like that. I don't want to I don't want to spoil the rest of this, because I want you guys to go and watch this, because I truly believe that if anybody out there who follow me can relate to this story, it is going to touch your heart. And I am happy to say, and I wish Kirk Franklin the best, because I think that this might be the answer to some of the things that we've seen over the years, fall apart when it comes to him and his son's relationship. And so I think this is a step, towards something positive for the future. And I won't give you guys any more any more spoilers. You have to go watch it yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, grab a tissue. You're going to need one. So I want you guys to watch it. Come back. Tell me what you guys think about it. And if you've already seen it, what's your thoughts on it? All right, guys. You guys have a good night.